Hi, welcome to a new reading vlog. I'm emotionally and physically exhausted. How are you? This is the second reading vlog for the Owls. It's currently Saturday, April the 11th, the day before Easter, and I just got home recently from pre-filming some things for Easter morning for my church, so I am tired. I have been stressed about this whole week, all week, and I'm glad that it's pretty much over with and that I can just hopefully kind of chill the rest of the weekend. I am currently reading The Last Magician by Lisa Maxwell, and to be honest, I have no idea what's going on. This is a book that's really hard to explain. It's got time travel and a magical society, and that's about, I don't know. I'm about 75 pages in and just starting to get a handle on what's going on, and even then I'm still really not sure. So it's going to be an interesting ride. I'm kind of fighting a reading slump right now, which is a bummer. You don't want to fight a reading slump when you're in a readathon. That's just not good. But I am hoping that this book grabs me, just like grabs the front of my shirt and yanks me in. It's like, focus! I'm hoping that happens with this book because I need that. I need something to grab me and pull me in and just get me going on that. It's for my History of Magic exam. For History of Magic, you're supposed to choose something that has witches or wizards in it. So this is close enough. It has magicians in it and people that can do magic things. So that works, right? I think that works. But it has been exhausting and overwhelming right now. I'm sure it's the exact same for you. It seems like it's the same for everybody. Everybody is just living each life day to day. The days are blowing together. I'm having trouble keeping track of what day it is half the time because, oh my goodness. Been trying to get creative with cooking. My husband and I love to cook together, but when you're in this kind of time, you kind of scrounge for food in that, like, you kind of just try to put together meals you normally wouldn't put together by just looking through what you have. And so we've come up with some decent meals recently. We made a delicious, my goodness, it was delicious, Parmesan cheese sauce with pasta last night with some salmon, and it was like, oh my goodness, we're gonna make that again. It was so good. But I am about to sit down with my nice hot cappuccino here and a book and just get lost in a story for a little bit and just kind of relax and rest because I need that. I'm tired. My anxiety has been so high lately. I haven't been sleeping well because I keep waking up in the middle of the night with panic attacks, which is awesome. So fun. I may have taken some NyQuil last night just to knock me out so that I would sleep well before I had to film this morning. So that was good. And I did sleep. So that was, thank you, NyQuil. The magic elixir that you are. But I'm going to stop talking now and I'm going to get to reading and hoping that I'm going to get more invested in this book and invested in reading again because I need to. I want to have that desire to read, like that really strong desire to read. That sounds nice. Also, you probably can't tell or don't care. Well, this shelf's the same. I'm trying to rearrange my bookshelves to do them by author. Never had any kind of semblance of an order in my shelves before other than just slapping them up there and just kind of like a way that looks kind of nice. So I'm trying to put them in alphabetical order. Half my books are gone right now because most of my friends have borrowed my books, which is great. I'm like the Rachel library right now, which I'm cool with. I want people to have things to read because the library's closed and I just want to help. I want to help people get lost in a story. So honestly, literally like half my books up here are gone because they're at other people's houses, which is great. So it's going to be a constant work in progress trying to rearrange these shelves and put them in the order they need to be and make them look nice. But I'm one of those people, like, I really love organizing things and I really love rearranging things. So this kind of stuff just brings me joy. I am literally rambling now. So I'm going to stop. I need to stop. I will hopefully update you all either today or tomorrow or sometime. I don't know. You'll see me in a second. Update. I did a little reading and then I fell asleep. Happy Easter. I think I'm wearing the most appropriate Easter shirt. Not today, Satan. Why, hello there. It's now Tuesday the 14th. I'm terrible at vlogging still. You're welcome. It's really, really hard for me to film very many clips when my daughter is home. Because if you haven't been around enough to hear me say this before, I don't really feel comfortable having my daughter in my videos or anything. I don't really want her on the internet and everything at the moment. She's 3 years old, and physically she's 3, but inwardly she's 13. She has this teenage attitude, and I don't know where it comes from. It's really frustrating, but absolutely hilarious. I mean, she has the eye roll down. She is a sassy child, let me tell you that much. Oh my goodness, I don't know. I don't know where it comes from. I don't know why she acts like that, but that's just her. But it's now Tuesday at lunchtime. I'm about to finish up my lunch break, and ooh, I can see grays. Pretty. Um, I'm sorry, I'm in my lunch break right now. I'm about to finish up and jump back into work. Please ignore the mess behind me. There's my little puppo back there. My precious puppo. He keeps me company during work. But let me give you a reading update. So I'm still working on the Last Magician, I Can't Talk by Lisa Maxwell. I am about a little past 50% of the way through. And the only update I can give you about what this book is about, because I feel like every time I bring this book up, I'm like trying to somehow say what this is about, because I still didn't really know. Time traveling heist. That's what I can tell you. Catchwords. Ooh. I'm still having a really hard time getting into it, which makes me sad because I've heard a lot about this book and a lot of people really, really love it, and I'm struggling to get into it. At least I'm more of an idea of what's going on. I have more of an idea of where the plot's going, but I'm just not feeling invested. I don't know if it's because it's like a longer book, because I love reading shorter books. I really do. And this book is like, I think 500 pages exactly. So I just don't really get into longer books as much, especially with books that aren't really grabbing me that much. Like right now, this to me is like a 3-star book, which doesn't mean it's bad. It just means it's like middle of the road for me. So I'm really hoping it grabs me even more and it gets better. I hope. I don't know. I really want it to get better. But anyways, I am doing well. Easter was great. My daughter was a little bit grumpy some of Easter, but other than that, it was a great day. It thunderstormed all day long, which was probably the only reason that made me happy that Easter ended up being just at home and indoors. I'm used to spending a good chunk of Easter at church, so that's the only reason I think I was glad to be home for Easter, just because of the stormy weather. I apologize if you can hear a truck right now. The trash truck is going around. But Easter was good. Yesterday was good. And I'm just getting back into work. Work is a little bit less stressful now that Easter is over, thank goodness, but it's still weird, and we don't, of course, don't know how much longer things are going to be the way they are, and until we'll be able to actually gather as a church again and all of that. And I don't know, but I feel like we have more of a handle on what's going on, at least in terms of a routine and what we're trying to do. So I'm feeling a little bit better at work. My anxiety has been poo lately. It hasn't been that great, but I've been feeling better today because work isn't as stressful. There's a very loud truck. I am sorry. But I will be able to get some more reading done tonight, which I'm happy about. I think my husband might be playing D&D with his friends tonight, but even if he's not, I'll be able to read a little bit more. I'm really wanting to try to just plow through this book and get it done, because I really want to move on to something else. I know I said that about the last book I read too, but I'm not enjoying my reads this month as much as I was hoping I would, so that's kind of disappointing. But I'm going to try to get this done. But yeah, it's all good. I will hopefully update you all at least tomorrow, if not sometime today. All right, so I don't have any specific updates. I haven't read anything since I talked to you last. It's only a couple hours after I talked to you in my last clip, but it's been really bugging me the more that I'm thinking about it, the fact I haven't given you any kind of description for The Last Magician about what it's really about, what I've been thinking about it, other than I'm having trouble getting into it. So let me see if I can describe what this book is about. So we are following this girl named Esta, who I believe is supposed to be from pretty much present day. She has the ability to be able to time travel, and she is being sent back in time to become a part of a heist that happens in the 1920s, I believe, in New York. And this particular heist, they're trying to steal a very important book. And she's supposed to go back in time, I think, to actually try to get a hold of the book and bring it back into her current time or the future. We're following two different sort of groups of people. We're following people that are the Order, and I don't know how to pronounce it. I think it's like Magus, Mageus. So we've got these two different groups of people. The Magus are the people that are able to do magic. They are known as the people of old magic. It's not like magic where you'd think of like Harry Potter and Hogwarts where you have a wand and like you do all these different spells. It's not that kind of thing. It's almost kind of like, think about like a superpower. It's called an affinity in this book. So someone can have a specific affinity. For example, the girl that we're following, the main person we're following, she has an affinity for time, where she's able to travel through time. She's able to slow down time, things like that. So people can have an affinity and they have basically what's considered magic or magic powers. Then you have the Order. They're these people that are completely against the idea of magic. They think that magic can be kind of like scientifically created in a way, and also that people that naturally have magic, like the Magus, are bad. They feel like they just want to wipe those people out. They don't like them. They want to get rid of them. And in doing so, the Order has put up this barrier they call the brink. And it's a barrier that they've basically put and encompassed over New York City. So if any Magus comes to New York City, they're not able to leave New York City. They're not able to go through the brink without it taking their power from them. So they'll lose their magic forever. And the majority of the people, if they go through the brink and their magic is taken away, their body can't handle it and they die. So the whole point of this book, excuse me, I just burped on camera, I think. The whole point of this book is this book is supposed to be the key to be able to take down the brink. And the brink is still upheld and still there in the future. And so this girl is going back in time to try to get this book, to bring it back, to destroy the brink. Pretty positive. That's what I'm following. So that's what this story is about. So it really is just about this heist that happens in the past. I'm having trouble I'm having trouble figuring out what, I guess the reason they're going back isn't to just get the book, but also I guess the heist goes wrong in the past and they're trying to make the heist go right. I don't know. That's what I'm a little bit confused about. I'm not entirely sure what happens with this heist in the past, but anyways, it is interesting. It's a really interesting concept. I'm just not feeling that into it, and I don't know why. The characters aren't really grabbing me like I feel like they should. I don't know. It's just not hitting me. But I do kind of like that 1920s feel and that kind of New York feel. The whole thing with the Order and the Magus, there are these different groups and factions that have kind of created, so think like gangs. So think like old gangster gangs. You know what I mean? That's kind of what this feels like, is this involvement of all these different type of gangsters and mobsters and things like that. So that's kind of cool. I like the feel of that. So I think so far I'm enjoying the feel of the book. I just don't feel that invested with the characters, and I'm not really feeling overly invested with the story, maybe slightly more invested with the story. Anyways, sorry about that I hadn't been clear about what this book is about or what was happening. After I filmed my last clip, it was just bugging me, like right after I got back to work. I was like, I've got to tell you guys what this book is about because I feel like I'm not being clear, and it's making it very uninteresting to watch this vlog, I'm sure, if you have no idea what I'm reading. But there you go. There's a clear representation of what The Last Magician is. Also, on a very random note, my shoulder is killing me. I don't know what I did. I don't know if it's old age or what. I did this workout yesterday that was like an hour and 20 minutes long of continuous movement. I've been doing this 30-day workout thing where I work out basically 6 days a week. And yesterday was a long workout. I was not happy about it, but I did it anyways. And now my shoulder's killing me, and I'm not sure if it's from the workout. I don't know if it's because I slept weird. I don't know if it's because I did something weird with my body. I don't know if it's just because I'm old. I don't know what's happening to me. Please help. Hello and happy Wednesday. I'm about to finish up my day of work. It's Wednesday afternoon, and I've been doing some reading today within the amount of time that I can when I'm not working. And I actually bought some books today as well. I am such a guilty shopper. I'm the kind of person, like, if I buy anything that I don't need, I agonize over it, and I have been agonizing over buying books at Book Outlet for a little while. They've had 15% off on their site for like a month now. And I have like a list of books I really wanted to buy, and I was so desperately wanting to buy some books because I mean, buying books just brings me joy. But I'm like, I don't need to do that. I don't need to do that. And then I had sent like a coupon code to my grandmother. And if she used that coupon code, then it rewarded me with money off, with like $10 off a purchase. And she ended up buying something. And so I ended up getting $10 off. And of course, that made me really want to buy something. And I agonized over it more. And finally, my husband was tired of hearing me blather about it. And he was like, Rachel, just go buy the books, okay? So I got 9 books for like $41. That's with the $10 off. So not bad. So you've got a Book Outlet haul coming your way at some point. The only thing I don't like about shopping at Book Outlet, which I've ordered with them a couple times before, I love them so much. The only thing I don't like is that usually it does take me a long time to get the package. That's the only bummer. And they do have like a disclaimer on their website right now, like, hey, due to COVID and everything, shipping times and like getting stuff prepared is a little bit slower. So, but every single time I bought books from them, I bought books during a big sale. And of course, they've got higher sales at that point because of that. And then it takes a long time to get here. So, anyways, so I am hopeful that sometime in the near future I'll receive a beautiful box of books. And I'm so excited. I can't wait to share them with you. I'm pretty pumped about that. It has been a good day today. It's been a good day of work. Today is actually my boss's birthday. And so myself and some other friends of mine kind of like creatively figured out ways to like say happy birthday and to just make him feel special today because we're of course all pent up at home and we can't see each other. So just trying to think of fun ways to do that. So that's been really fun. That always brings me joy and gets me excited just to do like things like that just to make people smile. So that's really fun. And like I said, I did do some more reading. I have read more of The Last Magician. I'm getting really close to the end. I think I've got about 100 pages left. So I'm getting close, folks. I'm getting there. It's getting a little bit more interesting. Some of the characters are starting to get a little bit more three-dimensional. We're starting to have some character reveals of like, ooh, this person isn't the way that we thought they were. And, oh, they have more dark ideas of things, or this person's planning on double crossing or that kind of stuff. So there's some more like in-depth things in that way going on, and not really sure how things are going to go. I still am not like loving it, which makes me so sad. I want to love it so bad. And at this point, I'm not sure if I want to continue with the series or not. The second book's out. I don't know if that's the last one. I don't know if it's just duology. I don't think it is. I bet there's going to be another one. But I can't decide. So I guess I'll decide whenever I get to the end of this book. And I'm really hoping I can finish it no later than Friday. I really hope so, because I'm anxious to move on to another OWL, another exam. So yeah, it's been a good day. I've gotten to get a lot of work done, but I've also been able to like catch up on some booktube stuff. I've been like listening and watching booktube videos as I work, which has been great. That's honestly one of the few times I'm actually able to watch booktube is while I'm working, because otherwise I need to be a mom and a wife, and I'm not able to really watch that many booktube videos. So I'm still like legitimately a month behind. December was insane, and because of that I didn't get to watch very much booktube, and for some reason December people post a lot of videos. I'm still a month behind. I'm watching videos from like maybe mid-March that were posted in mid-March to end March. Like I'm like 100 videos behind in my feed. It's ridiculous. I'm trying so hard to catch up, but I can't seem to catch up. So I feel bad because I want to comment on my friends' videos, and my comments keep arriving on their videos like 2 or 3 weeks after they've posted them because I've been telling my friends that, like, I'm sorry I'm so late in seeing this video, but I want to watch all your content and I'm really behind. So, like I'm watching, Mary Among Stories. I absolutely adore her channel. I'll link her down below. I absolutely love her. And I think she recently hit 1,000 subscribers. I think I'm right with that. But I'm watching her readathon, her O.W.L.s magical readathon TBR video right now. That's what I've got paused on my TV. So I am a little behind, but I'm catching up. So that's my update for today. I'll probably try to give you another update tomorrow if I have anything. But right now I've got a little bit of an emotional high because I bought books. The guilt hasn't hit yet. I might hit guilt later. I don't know. I've been agonizing over it for so long to purchase books that now that I've finally done it, I feel kind of happy because I love buying books. And now I'm just going to be obsessively checking my email to see if I get an order confirmation because I really want those books. Not that I needed them, but I mean, buying books is fun. You know what I'm saying? Even if you don't need them, it's fun to get some more books. Hello everyone and happy Friday. I did not get to update you all yesterday, I don't think. I don't think I filmed any clips yesterday. I didn't have much to update on, to be honest, but today I do because I finished The Last Magician. And here are my final thoughts on it. So I honestly really struggled with this book, which makes me sad because I know it's a pretty popular book and I can see why. It felt like it was trying to have similar vibes as the Diviners did, kind of set in the 1920s, just having this old magic feel, kind of like a gangster feel, mystery, that kind of stuff. And it just, for some reason, it did not hit home for me. I struggled connecting with the characters. I struggled connecting with the plot because a lot of times the plot felt so complicated to me that I struggled to really connect with it and thus couldn't care. So, and it sounds so terrible, and I really, really wanted to love it. It was a bit of a thicken for me too. A lot of times I tend to not enjoy books that are as long for some reason. I love my shorter books. I really do. And it was a chunker. I mean, it was like 520 something pages. For me, that's a big book. I know some people can plow through like 1,000-page books, but that's just not me. So for me, that was difficult. Also, first of all, I apologize about the lighting. I bet the lighting's really, really bad, but it's about 7 o'clock in the evening and all the natural lighting's gone and the lighting in my bedroom is really bad. It's always very yellow looking. Anyways, so I will say my issue with this though is the fact that the whole book, I struggled with it and I felt like, okay, I don't think I'm going to end up reading any more in this series because I'm just not really feeling it. And then, of course, the last few chapters, everything gets crazy. The whole plot gets turned on its head and they're like, everything we've known so far is a lie. And then it was just really, all of a sudden it kind of grabbed me more and it just escalated very quickly at the end. And now it makes me want to read the next one, which I'm annoyed about because I was thinking, oh, I'm not going to read any more of this series. I'm not going to waste my time with it. But now I'm like, okay, now I'm kind of intrigued to read the second one. So that annoys me. It annoys me. It grabbed me the last few chapters. Sorry, I can't talk. So anyways, I added that to my TBR on Goodreads just so I remember it. But I don't think I'm going to be in a hurry to read it, which honestly, I probably should read it sooner than later because the plot to me was so complex that I'm afraid if I try to read the second one later on and I don't read it soon enough, I will forget everything that happened. So I don't know. Anyways, but it ended up being kind of middle of the road for me. I'm sad I didn't enjoy it as much as a lot of other people have. Some people, it's like one of their favorite books and I was expecting to really love it and it just didn't hit home for me. Now I have officially finished all the owls I need to finish for my Trader of Magical Tomes career, which is super exciting. So if anything, I've finished the owls that I need to finish. Now I have 2 more owls that I want to do that I just thought I would do extra. I'm going to do potions and defense against the dark arts. Excuse me, that's my dog. He's all sneezy. And I started the potions one today, and the prompt for that one is read a book that's 150 pages or less. So I have a funny story with this one. I started reading a book called Piper, and it is by Jay Asher and Jessica Freeberg. And it's this book that was less than 150 pages, and it's supposed to be a story, like a retelling of the Pied Piper. And I knew that the main protagonist is supposed to be deaf. And I'm like, oh, okay, this is going to be great. Nice short book. It's going to be really cool to read, sort of a version of the Pied Piper. And also, I really like that it's got some representation of a deaf person. I'm like, that's great. Okay, this is going to be great. So I have it on my Kindle. And I opened it up. And I kind of kept clicking, to get to the first page. Got to the first page. It's a graphic novel. Didn't know that. I had literally no clue it was a graphic novel, which is fine. I love reading graphic novels. I haven't read very many of them, but I was just sort of shocked because I literally had no idea it was a graphic novel. So I'm still gonna read it. Only problem is I've never read a graphic novel on my Kindle before. So my Kindle doesn't have color. It's a Kindle Paperwhite, so it's just a black and white screen. Also, the way the sizing of the graphic novel pages are, the font is very small and very hard to read. I can just barely make it out. But since it's not that long of a book, I think I'm just going to push through it. And I really struggled finding a book that fit this prompt. So I'm just going to do it. I'm going to read it. And I've barely started. I mean, I only read like 3 or 4 pages. I kind of just started it real quick for my daughter got up from her nap. So I'm going to read some more of it right now and kind of delve into it some more because my husband has taken my daughter out for some nature time just to be outside for a little while. So he took her over to some woods and they're just going to like hang out over there. And my husband is going to do owl calls and try to get turkeys to call back at him. So fun times. I decided to stay home for that so I could read and talk to you all. But it has been a great week. It's been a good day today. I've played a decent amount of Animal Crossing today, the GameCube one, not the fancy new one. I'm having a lot of fun with it. I'm trying to pay off my massive debt that Tom Nook has me in. If you know what I'm talking about, you know what I'm talking about. I've got like 200,000 still left, and I've already paid off a decent amount, so it's gonna take a while. But I'm excited for the weekend ahead because I don't have anything specific that I have to go do. I don't have to work this weekend, so I'm excited. It's going to be a pretty chill weekend, and of course we're just going to pretty much just stay home because still quarantine zone, so can't really go out and do anything. It's kind of a bummer because I'm in a shopping mood. I really, really want to go shopping, but I know that it's not, I can't think of words right now. I'm sorry, my mind's blank, but it's not appropriate for me to go out shopping when just to browse or to shop for clothes because I don't need clothes. It's not a necessity. Clothes obviously are a necessity, but I've got plenty of clothes. I don't need to go shopping for clothes. I don't need to go shopping for things that aren't necessary. It's not safe to do that, and it's not responsible of me to do that. So just gonna hang out at home and probably do a lot of reading and do some more cross stitching and do some more Animal Crossing. It's gonna be good times. And I think my husband's going to take my daughter fishing tomorrow for a little bit, which will give me some more time to read and have some alone time, which will be really, really nice. So yes, I hope you are well. That is my update. I may try to update you all on my cross-stitch stuff and also give you a quick flip through maybe of my bullet journal. I don't know. I'm not sure if I'm going to do that or not. I feel like maybe I have too much content for this vlog already because I have a tendency to blather like I am right now. I'm going to go ahead and stop blathering and get to reading some more of Piper and hoping that I can read the dialogue because that stuff is tiny. Hello everyone and happy Sunday! It's a couple days later. I think the last time I updated you was Friday and I do have some updates for you. So I actually finished reading Piper by Jay Asher on Saturday morning. Like I mentioned in the last clip, it was actually a graphic novel, unexpectedly. I'm glad it was a short one. I honestly didn't really like it that much. I didn't give it a very good rating, to be honest. It wasn't terrible. I don't know. It didn't really hit me. I think I maybe would have enjoyed it more if I was reading like a physical copy of it and maybe if it had like color or something. I don't know. But just reading on my Kindle was difficult. And on top of that, it was okay. I mean, it was basically the story of the Pied Piper. There wasn't much added to it. There was like a little bit of a romance added to it, but it was all right. And I don't feel like it really added much necessarily to the original story. And I wasn't a huge fan of it. But thankfully, it was a graphic novel and I was able to fly through it really quickly. So I started it on Friday night, finished it early Saturday morning. And now, so that was, which one was that? That one was Defense Against the Dark Arts. So now I am doing, no, that one wasn't Defense Against the Dark Arts. What was that one? I don't remember. Yeah, I don't remember. But the one I'm doing right now is Defense Against the Dark Arts. Oh, Potions was Piper. That's it. Sorry, my brain. Now I'm on Defense Against the Dark Arts, and the one I picked for that one is House of Salt and Sorrows by Aaron E. Craig. And I'm about 15% or so into it. I'm reading on my Kindle as well, and oh my goodness, Praise the Lord, I'm loving this book. It's so good. If you've never heard about this story before, it is supposed to be a retelling of the 12 Dancing Princesses, which I think is really interesting. That's not something that's like retold that often, like Beauty and the Beast or Cinderella is or something. So I'm excited about that. It is set by the sea, which is something that is part of the prompt for Defense Against Dark Arts. It needs to be something set at the sea or placed by the sea. So this is set at an island, and the sea is a huge prevalent part of this story and this family that we follow. And it is dark. It's spooky. I believe there are going to be ghosts involved. We follow this family who has this father who has 12 daughters. And they've been, some of the daughters, I think there are 4 daughters now total that have died. And the islands believe that this family now has a curse because these girls keep dying. And just death seems to be over this family. And one of the sisters thinks something is wrong and thinks one of the deaths is a miss, like maybe it wasn't an accident. And so she tries to kind of go all mystery-ish on it and try to figure out what happened with her sister. And it's really spooky. And like I said, I think there's going to be ghosts involved, which is my jam. I'm so excited about that. Sorry if you can hear licking sounds. My dog is over here licking his paws. But I am absolutely loving it so much, and I'm so happy. I'm reading something I'm loving because the past 3 books I've read, I've just kind of felt met on, and so I'm so excited to be reading something fun and spooky. What does that tell me about myself? The fact that I like really creepy, disturbing, and honestly kind of sad books, because the book starts very first chapter, very first page at a funeral. So yep. Good timing there, Min Min. Also, I wanted to give you a quick update on my cross stitch. I keep mentioning it and saying I'm going to update you, and I don't. So if you haven't seen it before, I think I said it showed on the last vlog, but this is the cross stitch I'm working on. It's this travel poster of Hogsmeade. Of course, this is a pretty small picture, but it's a decent sized cross stitch. It's supposed to be 9.1 by 12.6 inches, so it's pretty big. So that's the picture of the finished product of what it'll look like. This is how far I am. So this is the top left area of the cross stitch, and they have the pattern broken down into 4 sections. So this is the section I'm working on right now. Every single one of those tiny little squares is a stitch. Yeah. It's probably going to take me all year to do this, which is fine. I like having a nice long art project to do. I think it's fun. It's something I can do whenever I have some downtime. I love working on it while I'm watching TV or something like that. It gives me something for my hands to do because I have trouble keeping my hands still, and I have a really bad habit of like picking at my fingers while I sit and do nothing with my hands. So having cross stitch really helps. It keeps me from like picking at myself and just feeling like I'm doing something while I'm sitting doing nothing watching, if that makes sense. So I really love having it, and I think I'm making that's some pretty good progress. I've been working on it for probably a couple weeks, 2 or 3 weeks. And I don't get to work on it every single day, but I'm really liking the progress. I'm excited to see what it looks like when it's done, but of course it's going to take a very long time. But it's been a good weekend. I've played a decent amount of Animal Crossing and been cross-stitching. We watched the new Trolls movie last night with my daughter, and that was fun. I didn't particularly like it as much as the first movie. It basically didn't have a whole much of a plot to it. It was mainly just a whole lot of music with a very, very thin plot line to kind of connect the songs together. That's pretty much all it was. But it's good times. So yeah, I'm gonna jump into reading some more right now, reading some more of House of Salt and Sorrows. This is the kind of book that I really want to binge. Like, I just want to sit and just read and read and read and read. But it's my daughter's nap right now, so I'm going to sit and read as much as I can. And I may even try to stay up a little bit late tonight and read. I don't know. That's the nice thing about having that Kindle Paperwhite, is that I can easily read it at nighttime and not bother my husband while I'm trying to read in the dark. So it's great. All right. I'm going to go ahead and get to reading, and hopefully I'll have some more updates for you pretty soon. Good morning. Happy Tuesday. I think I start all of my vlog clips with like, good morning, happy this. But it is now Tuesday, the 21st, and I'm about to start work this morning. I'm sorry I didn't update you all yesterday. Honestly, yesterday was just a poop day. It really was. I was not in a good mood yesterday, or not necessarily a good mood, but I was in a bad state of mind. Also, my glasses are fogging up. It must be getting warm. I just really was not feeling good yesterday at all. I just felt really, really just anxiety ridden, and I just felt overwhelmed, to be honest. And I'm not really honestly sure why. It was just as soon as my alarm went off in the morning, immediately I felt my chest tighten. I felt like I couldn't breathe, and I felt like that all day yesterday. So I just felt like poo. But thankfully I was able to get some rest last night a little bit and just kind of relax. I got to play some Animal Crossing with my daughter, and I got to read some too. And I stayed up a little bit later last night reading, and you guys, House of Salt and Sorrow is so good. It's so much. I'm about 70% through. I should be able to read a lot more today. Heck, I might even finish it today. I don't know. But I really am loving it so much because it's got such a great vibe to it. It's got a great atmosphere that's very spooky. There are like ghosts involved and stuff in it, and I love me some good creepy ghosts, and there's a nice like murder mystery to it, and I'm really enjoying it. It's really, really fun, and I'm so glad to be loving a book again after reading some that just were kind of middle of the road, kind of meh to me. So this is really fun to be reading something fun and spooky and just intriguing, and I just want to read more, and I'm excited about reading again, so that's always a great feeling. I hope you're doing well. I think this vlog is starting to turn out a little bit longer than it probably should be, at least longer vlogs. I don't know if you all will watch to this point or not. I don't know if you like longer videos. Sometimes it's hard to find the time to watch longer videos, I'm not gonna lie, but I do love watching vlogs. So I hope you enjoy this vlog as well, but I'm about to jump into work, start a new day. Hopefully I'll be able to update you all either later or tomorrow at the very least. But I just want to keep you updated on my reading and on my very last book that I'd planned to read for the Owls. And to be honest, the next book that I want to read, I may actually see if I can fit into one of the prompts somehow so I can do another exam just to include another one in the Owls. And that way I can maybe do 7 exams for the Owls. That'd be really cool. So I hope you're well. I hope you're taking care of yourself. I hope you're giving yourself some self-care and love, and taking time to breathe and just take care of yourself, because I have a really hard time relaxing and just taking time for myself. I always have a lot of guilt with that. So I hope that that's not something that is difficult for you. I hope you're able to take the time that you need to take care of yourself, especially during such a stressful time and a lot of unknowns right now. I really hope that you're able to be in a healthy state of mind. But I will update you all later. It is now Wednesday morning. I'm again about to start another day of work. And last night my husband played some D&D with his friends, which meant that I had pretty much the whole evening to myself. Whenever that happens, I always do some extra reading, do like a little bit of a reading sprint, and I finished another one of my exams. I finished my Defense Against the Dark Arts exam. So I finished House of Salt and Sorrows by Aaron A. Craig last night, and I really, really enjoyed that book so much. I am having a little trouble processing it though. I need to put it through Compile and just figure out what my rating is for it, because I'm not really sure yet. And the reason is I loved the book as a whole. I loved the dark atmosphere. I loved the ghosty spookiness. I loved the whole feel of the book. I really, really enjoyed it a lot. My only issue I had with it is, of course, it kept escalating, moving towards sort of the top peak of the story towards the end, kind of the main conclusion, just the main reveal, like that kind of thing. And when it got to that main reveal, it fell a little flat for me. And I hate saying that, but it didn't end up being the kind of answer that I wanted to see or I expected to see. And it just kind of hit, and I was like, oh, okay, that's it. All right. It kind of, I had a little bit of an inkling of what could happen, but it still, even though it happened the way that I thought it might, it still didn't quite hit me in the right way. I was just, I'm a little disappointed with the ending, but I loved all the rest of the book, so it's so hard because it just escalated to this point, and I was like, oh, this is gonna be really, really cool, and then I didn't really like the grand reveal that had the main pinnacle of the story. I was a little disappointed with, but I did really, really enjoy the book. So I just need to kind of process it, have some time to think it through, put it through Compile, which when I do Compile helps me think through kind of each thing to rate it. So like I have to think about what did I, on a rating scale of 1 to 10, what did I think of the characters? What did I think about the atmosphere? What did I think about the plot? What did I think about the writing? That kind of thing. So it just kind of helps me break it down. That'll help me think it through a little bit better. I have a feeling it's kind of probably going to be a 4-star most likely. It's definitely not a 3-star, but it's definitely not a 5 because of the ending. So, I mean, I'll say most likely it'll be a 4-star, which is a great book, and I really enjoyed it a lot. And I'm not going to lie, I kind of want to own it. It's such a beautiful book, and I did really enjoy it, but I am disappointed by the ending. So, anyways, now that I've finished that, I have officially finished all the books that I was planning to read. Sorry, my dog is chewing on his toy right now. Sorry if that's loud. I have finished reading all the books I plan to read for April and for the O.W.L.s. And so now I can kind of just read whatever I want, but I really, really want to continue to add some O.W.L.s to my list of exams. So I really, really wanted to read a specific book. One, because it's one I want to read, and one, because it's a book that a friend of mine just read, and she really wants me to read it so that we can talk about it. And that is The Silent Patient, and I am forgetting, it's Alex something. I'm forgetting the author's name, I'm sorry. But The Silent Patient, it's pretty well-known, like, adult thriller right now. It came out last year, and the only thing I really know about it is about this woman that murders her husband. She like shoots him a whole bunch of times in the face, like point blank, and then she apparently had like a really good marriage, and nobody knows why she did it, but like right after she did it, she went completely silent. She's refused to speak, and she's just been really deadpan and just hasn't spoken, and then she hasn't spoken in years. And then we follow this psychoanalyst or psychiatrist that is wanting her to become his patient because he thinks he can get her to talk. So to find out why she did what she did, because nobody knows. It's just like a huge mystery. So I really, really wanted to read that, but I wanted to figure out how I could fit that in the O.W.L.s. So what I ended up doing is I'm going to put that book underneath arithmancy, and the prompt for arithmancy is to read a book that is outside of your normal comfort zone or outside of the normal genres you read. I have been reading more adult this year, but not very much, and I also don't really normally read thrillers, even though I'm really wanting to get into them. So this is outside of my normal reading. It's an adult thriller, so I figured that's a perfect way to fit it in there. And also, on top of that, in the back of the booklet that has all the different careers you can choose from, there's also some like side sort of like not careers, but like side little things you can do. And one of them is to have like a magical, what was it? I think it was like a magical business class or something. I don't know how to run a magical business, which I think would be perfect for my Trader of Magical Tomes. He's sweet boy. So in that one you have to do arithmancy for your O.W.L.s, and then I think you have to get in, I can't remember. There's a certain level you have to get newts too for arithmancy. So anyways, all that is to say, I'm going to do arithmancy for this and also kind of add that extra little side thing to it too, because it kind of fits my career, and I think it'll be really cool to do. So yeah, that was a long explanation to say that I finished all my exams I went to do, and I'm adding another one. So I started Silent Patient this morning. I'm reading it on my Kindle as well. And so far I'm enjoying it. I'm only like 4 chapters in or something, so I've got a long way to go. But so far it's intriguing. It's just kind of the general setup of what people know that happened with the murder, and the general setup of this psychotherapist we're following. So, and him being able to get a job at the particular place that this woman is at so that he can be her psychotherapist. So anyways, it's going to be fascinating. I'm excited to be able to kind of talk with my friend about it as I read. That's going to be really, really fun. I'm so excited about that. But I'm excited that I've finished another exam, and I'm excited that I really enjoyed the last book that I read, because there are so many books I read this month that I didn't really like that much, which just, that doesn't happen to me that often. I usually know my reading taste enough that most of the time books that I read I end up really, really liking. So it's rare when I have sort of a flop month like this, but at least my reading is back up and I'm enjoying it, and I'm excited to read this next one. But I am about to jump into another day of work, and I'm in a good mood today. I feel like it's going to be a good day. The sun is shining. It's beautiful outside. Work yesterday was really chill and was great. I just did my job, had some booktube on in the background. It was just like really relaxing. And today I've got a nice hot cup of tea. I've got a candle going, and I'm just going to like do my work job thing. gonna be good, y'all. I have to show this real quick. My sweet boy keeps shoving his way onto my lap while I'm trying to work. He just wants snuggles so bad. Don't you, Bubba? Yeah. What's up, my dudes? It's Thursday the 23rd, and I realized I really need to wrap up this vlog. So this is going to be my kind of finishing wrap-up clip for this vlog, because I added up all my time for the videos that I have for this, and I have like 44 minutes, and I'm like, oh my, that's a long vlog. So if you watch the end of this vlog, thank you. I appreciate it. Let me know down below in the comments if you watched to the end. Just say, hey, I watched to the end, because I want to give you the proper credit that is due, because that's commitment, folks. Thank you, and I appreciate it. Listening to me ramble for 45 minutes straight. I really appreciate that. Just to wrap up everything kind of that happened, this is like my second vlog for the owls, and I completed all my owls and actually added some to it. I read The Last Magician, Piper, and House of Salt and Sorrows. So I finished all three of those, which completely completed all of the owls that I wanted to finish. And then now I am currently reading The Silent Patient, which I've added on as another owl as my arithmancy owl. About 50% of the way through that. I hate to finish this vlog without finishing that book, but again, this vlog's getting really long, so I just need to be done with it, because otherwise it's gonna go on forever and no one will watch it. Who wants to watch like an hour-long vlog? Maybe some people do, but that's a lot of vlog to watch. It's a lot of one person to see. I hope that you are doing well, that you are safe. I hope you enjoyed this vlog. If you happen to participate in the owls, I hope they went well. If you didn't, I hope you had a fantastic reading month. Soon to come will be my May. What's the next month? May will be my May TBR, which I'm already working on putting together. Also, you'll have a book haul coming soon. I've got a book outlet book haul coming my way in a few days, and I cannot wait. I'm looking forward to film a video for that so I can share with you all what books I purchased recently. And yeah, I love you guys. Thank you for being around, and we're gonna get through this one book at a time, right? I will see you all very